A very warm welcome to all of you on our YouTube channel, Professional Times. Professional Times is such an organization which has taken an initiative to help all our professional colleagues to remain updated with all the notifications and amendment coming. And with this initiative, with this motivation, I, C.A. Saloni Ashne, is here in front of you to discuss about the changes that has come in the chapter of TDS by Finance Act 2020. There are various sections in which amendment has been come. However, with the Finance Act 2020, there are various new sections has been inserted in the chapter of TDS. So I will be discussing today majorly two sections in which the amendment has come. So let's start it. So here are the list of sections in which amendment has come. So today I will be focusing on two sections, section 194N and 194O. So let's discuss all these sections one by one. Section 194O, 194N. Section 194N is already been inserted last year and was effective from September 19. However, a twist has came into section by inserting a proviso by Finance Act 2020. So पहले समझते हैं सेक्शन था और क्या कहता था. ये सेक्शन कहता था कि अगर कोई भी पर्सन कैश विड्रॉ कर रहा है फ्रॉम बैंकिंग कंपनी, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी और पोस्ट ऑफिस, सो उस कैश विड्रॉल पे टीडीएस कटेगा अगर कैश विड्रॉल 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा है तो. When a person withdraws cash from banking company, cooperative society or post office in excess of rupees 1 crore during the previous financial year, then the bank will deduct TDS at the rate of 2% from such cash withdrawal. This was a section which was prevailing from September 19. And why this section has come actually? This section has actually come to encourage the digital economy in the market and to discourage the cash transaction in the economy. Right? So this section was effective. However, a proviso has inserted, which became effective from 1st July 2020. What does this proviso say? This says that if any person withdraws cash from a banking company, cooperative society, or a post office, and the cash withdrawal limit has been bifurcated. Like if you have withdrawal cash and you have not filed your income tax returns on last 3 financial years, right? Not filed for last 3 financial years, then now the limit of 1 crore being splitted into two parts. If you withdraw cash exceeding 20 lakhs or up to 2 crores, then the TDS will be 2%. And if you exceed cash exceeding 1 crore, then the TDS will be 5%. So what has done is, अगर आपने पिछले 3 सालों में रिटर्न नहीं फाइल करी है और इस साल आप 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा कैश विड्रॉ करते हो, तो उस लिमिट को बाइफिकेट किया कि आप 20 लाख से ज्यादा भी करते हो तो भी आपके ऊपर टीडीएस कट जाए. अब इस सेक्शन में एक ट्विस्ट है. अगर मैंने लास्ट 3 साल में से किसी भी एक साल रिटर्न फाइल करी है तो ये प्रोवाइजो मेरे पर एप्लीकेबल नहीं रहेगा, मुझे 1 करोड़ की लिमिट ही देखी जाएगी मेरे लिए. सो ये सेक्शन एप्लीकेबल तभी होता है जब लास्ट 3 साल में किसी भी साल में मैंने रिटर्न फाइल नहीं करी है और मैं इस साल कैश विड्रॉ कर रही हूँ. 20 लाख से ज्यादा करूंगी अप टू 1 करोड़ 2% and above 1 crore it will be 5%. So this section has already been effective from 1st July 2020. So now if the cash withdraws exceed the limit, then the banks are liable to deduct TDS on such cash transactions. So this was the first section which has been effective in the economy and which has been done to discourage the cash transaction in the country and promote the digital economy. Now let's understand another section, section 194O, which is altogether a newly inserted section and which will be effective from 1st October 2020. ये सेक्शन क्यों लाया गया, पहले ये समझते हैं, देन फिर सेक्शन पे आएंगे कि सेक्शन क्या बोलता है. ये सेक्शन लाया गया आज जैसे ई कॉमर्स ऑपरेटर्स का रोल बढ़ता जा रहा है. आज अगर मैं अपनी भी बात करूं तो आज हम मार्केट से परचेज करना पसंद ही नहीं करते. वी यूज्ड टू गो ऑनलाइन एंड बाय द प्रोडक्ट. Everything is there online. We can even buy groceries online. We can do from a little pin in the household to the big ACs or car. We can purchase everything online, right? So this section has been inserted to have a look on the dealers which are dealing on the e-commerce operator, which are dealing with the e-commerce operators, right? Like I take an example, very famous, say Amazon. I'm a small dealer and I'm not able to reach so many people, right? I'm not able to reach my product. I'm not able to get my product to reach to many people. So the easiest way is to register them on Amazon or Flipkart, and those products will be reaching all over the world. Right? So with this flow of economy, like with this economy, with the increased use of e-commerce portal, the section 194O has come. And this section says if a payment is made by an e-commerce operator, that is a Flipkart or an Amazon, and payment is made to an e-commerce participant like a small dealer, like I am a toy seller and I register myself as an toy seller on the e-commerce portal of Flipkart. So I will be called as an e-commerce participant, which is right. So if a payment is made by e-commerce operator to an e-commerce participant for किसके लिए बेची जाएगी, for sale of goods and services. So if the payment is made by an e-commerce operator to an e-commerce participant for sale of goods and services, and if the payment exceeds, अब इसके अंदर दो bifurcation है. If the e-commerce participant is an individual and HUF, so there is a threshold limit of 5 lakh. If I am an individual and HUF and I am a toy seller and I have registered myself on an e-commerce portal of Flipkart to sell my toys on over internet, so what I need to do is, if my sale exceeds gross sale, here we are talking about gross sales, if my gross sale exceeds 5 lakh rupees and I have provided, if my sales does not exceed 5 lakh rupees and I have provided my PAN card, Aadhaar card to the e-commerce operator, then there will be no TDS. However, if the sale exceeds 5 lakh rupees, then TDS will be 1%. The threshold limit is only for individuals and HUF, and if any other participant is there, like who is in company or who is a partnership or cooperative society, then for them there is a flat rate of 1% TDS will be deducted by the e-commerce operator. So this new section says, which will be effective from 1st October 2020. This section says that if the e-commerce operator is making payment to an e-commerce participant for sale of goods or services, and that exceeds, and if the participant is an individual HUF and the amount does not exceed 5 lakh rupees and the participant provides PAN or Aadhaar card number to the e-commerce operator, then there will be no TDS. However, if does not provide PAN or Aadhaar card number and the value, then there will be no limit for value. So then the TDS will be 1%. So this is a very new section which has been inserted by Finance Act 2020 in the chapter of TDS and will be effective from 1st October 2020. And this section, the major role of coming in this section is also that government says that there are many e-commerce participants. बहुत छोटे छोटे व्यापारी हैं जो कि रजिस्टर्ड हैं हमारे पोर्टल ई-कॉमर्स पोर्टल्स पे. तो गवर्नमेंट कहती है कि हम उन व्यापारियों को पकड़ना इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. वो अपनी रिटर्न फाइल कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे हैं. इट बिकम वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर like government to reach to all these dealers, right? So the main point which we can do is we can take a guide on the e-commerce operators, like who are dealing on a major level, who can be easily traceable, who are easily traceable by government. So for that's why this section has come, and this section has inserted in the chapter of TDS. With this, thank you so much. If you have any query or related to any provision of TDS, you can definitely reach me out at these numbers or email ID. Thank you so much.